Hello everyone, I'm Freaky and welcome to the video. My friends, let's talk about Beast Gohan, because Beast Gohan has been talked about for quite a while ever since we saw him in the movie Superhero. And you know what? I like it. It's decent enough. And some people has either been trying to figure out what it is, or what its multiplier is, where did it come from, you know, that sort of stuff. But I think most people have figured out that it's a combination between his ultimate power and his Super Saiyan 2 form. And to those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, let's start from the beginning, because there is a few things I want to say about this form. Well, number one, we all know what Gohan looks like when he was a Super Saiyan, when he was a kid, especially in his Super Saiyan 2 form, when he was fighting against Cell, because that form is Gohan's most famous form. It's not his powerfulest anymore, but that form is his most famous form. And when it comes to Super Saiyan forms, he's only ever had Super Saiyan 1 and 2. And he used to go Uzoru, but he doesn't have a tail anymore. And when it comes to his ultimate form, this form was given to him thanks to the old Koi that did this ritual. And after so long, he became so powerful that he didn't need his Super Saiyan forms anymore, because this ultimate form is basically Gohan that has gone beyond his limits. It's much more powerful than a Super Saiyan 2, and maybe on par with a Super Saiyan 3 Goku at the time. But over time, if Gohan wasn't to train, he would lose this form, but he could get it back after he did some training. Now, when it came to this form, I just assumed that if Gohan had this form, then why didn't he put his Super Saiyan 1 form on top of it, or his Super Saiyan 2 form on top of it? Because it's basically his base form that's way overpowered. In fact, I think that's what they was planning on doing when it came to Battle of Gods, because I've been hearing rumours of people saying that Gohan was meant to go Super Saiyan 1 and 2 on top of his potential unleashed. I mean, come on, that would have been absolutely mental. And you know what? I wouldn't have minded seeing that, putting his Super Saiyan forms on top of his ultimate form. I mean, that would have been mental, but sadly, we never saw that. But like I said, that was just a rumour I heard on the internet. It's kind of like when we first saw Goku in his Super Saiyan 1 form, and when he came back to Earth, some people was actually saying, why doesn't Goku use his Kaioken on top of his Super Saiyan 1 form? It would have been all over for Cell if Goku did that, combining his Super Saiyan 1 form with the Kaioken. And for years, we didn't get an answer for that until Dragon Ball Super. Goku told us that combining the Super Saiyan form and the Kaioken would have killed him. But since Super Saiyan Blue is more calmer, he can use the Super Saiyan God form with the Kaioken. And since his base form is basically his ultimate form now, you would have thought he would have used his Super Saiyan forms on top of his ultimate form. I mean, can you guys imagine if Gohan actually did that against Boo? Gohan would have won in no time. But hey, what can you do? But now, since Gohan has his new beast form, what exactly is it? Where did it come from? Well, I think most people have got the idea that it's a combination of his ultimate power with his Super Saiyan 2 form. And you know what? I don't actually mind this. I mean, having Gohan have his Super Saiyan forms on top of his ultimate form would have been cool, but this form, his beast form, actually does make a lot of sense. Think about it for a second. When Gohan got angry, like a fit of rage, like with Goku and Gohan and future Trunks, when they went Super Saiyan, well, we didn't actually see Gohan go Super Saiyan in the manga. That was a filler for the anime. But when it came to Goku, Trunks and Gohan, when they went Super Saiyan or Gohan going Super Saiyan 2, it was either through sadness or rage or raw emotion that got them their Super Saiyan forms. But when it comes to Gohan, when he went through a fit of rage ever since he was a kid, all the way up to Superhero, he's always gotten a huge boost from those rages against Raditz, against Frieza, and those rage boosts came in handy. And then when he got his rage boost against Cell, he achieved Super Saiyan 2 thanks to those rage boosts. But think about this, it wasn't until Superhero we saw Gohan get a rage boost again, and at that point Gohan had his ultimate form as well as Super Saiyan 1 and 2. But think about this, we've never seen Gohan get a rage boost while he had his unlocked potential unleashed, or in his ultimate form. And you know what? I never really thought about that, because when it came to the Buu saga, or Bobbidi saga, and they were fighting Bobbidi's henchmen, I couldn't remember which fight it was, or which episode Goku said this, but Goku said, Gohan, just get angry like you did last time against Cell. And I think Gohan even said that it wouldn't be that simple, because when I thought about that time when Goku said to Gohan during the Buu or Bobbidi saga that he just needs to be angry and he would win that for sure. But the thing is, Gohan is more mature. He isn't that emotional, scared little boy anymore, because as we grow, we get more mature, we get more rational, and supposedly we put our emotions in check. Well, supposedly. But hey, this was the 90s, and not today's standards of education. Anyways, yeah, even Gohan said it wouldn't be that easy, because when you're a little kid, your emotions are going to be all over the place, even in your teen ages. And Gohan, at this point has grown up. He's more confident, he's powerful, and when it came to fighting Babidi and his minions, not Goku, Vegeta, or Gohan was alarmed when it came to facing Babidi's minions. So that was another thing. There was no desperation, and nobody was in danger. I mean, yeah, the Earth was in danger, considering how powerful Babidi's henchmen are. I mean, those guys can blow up a planet if they wanted to, but those guys compared to Goku and Vegeta, and even Gohan, to them, there was nothing to worry about. Hell, even Vegeta says that he could defeat Deborah. I mean, yeah, when Gohan was facing off against Fat Boo, there was really nothing to push Gohan to his limits, like when he was fighting Cell years ago, like people getting hurt or people dying. And when Gohan came back in his ultimate form, there really wasn't any need for him to go berserk, because he knew he had this in the bag. He knew that he could easily defeat Super Boo. He knew that everybody could be wished back. I mean, yeah, he was angry when he found out that he thought that everybody was dead, including Dende, but he sensed something. So really, Gohan was overconfident, and there really wasn't anybody, besides from Goten and Piccolo, that Super Boo could kill. And when Piccolo did die at the hands of Frieza, Gohan didn't have his ultimate power, because he's been lacking in his training, so he could only go Super Saiyan 1 and 2. So yeah, if you guys really think about it, when Gohan was facing off against Cell Max in the superhero movie, Gohan was already in his ultimate form, which was his most powerful form at that moment. And when Gohan saw Piccolo get beaten down by Cell Max, that's what made Gohan snap, just like Cell all over again. But instead of being in his Super Saiyan 1 form and turning Super Saiyan 2, Gohan was in his ultimate form, and he powered up to something completely different, which was Beast Gohan. Now, we know the rage boosts is what makes a Saiyan go Super Saiyan, or just gives them a huge boost. But if it was a pain of loss, just like what happened with Android 16, and Gohan thinking that he might have lost Piccolo to Cell Max, but when it came to Cell Max, again, Gohan was in his ultimate form, and then after the thought of that Piccolo might be dead, Gohan transformed into his beast form, which looks like something like Super Saiyan 2, but different. Now, when it comes to Gohan's ultimate form, this form is supposed to be a form that goes beyond the limits of what a person can be. It's like training your whole life, but there comes to a certain point that you can't go any further anymore. But when the Ulkai gave Gohan this ultimate boost, Gohan went way beyond that, like way beyond that. Some even theorized, instead of being as powerful as a Super Saiyan 3, some people might actually say that Gohan's ultimate form is somewhere on par with God Power. You know, Goku's Super Saiyan Red power. But either way, that doesn't mean that's where Gohan's power stops. Because if Gohan was to train, he could still get as powerful as he wants to if he was to continue training. Anyways, at the beginning of this video, I said Gohan was supposed to have his Super Saiyan forms on top of his ultimate form. Well, that's what the rumors were saying anyways on the internet. But instead of Gohan's ultimate power being his base form, and he puts his Super Saiyan 1 and 2 forms on top of his ultimate form, his Super Saiyan 2 form and his ultimate form actually combined into one. And to be honest, I don't think this should be called Beast Gohan, but instead, I think it should be called Beast Gohan 2. Now some of you are probably thinking, Freaky, what the hell are you talking about? Well, think about it. This form is a combination between Super Saiyan 2 and his ultimate form. These forms mixed into one. You could also call it Ultimate Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So if this is a combination between Super Saiyan 2 and his ultimate form, then at least there must be a form below that. Beast 1 Gohan, or Ultimate Super Saiyan 1 Gohan, which would be a combination between his ultimate form and his Super Saiyan 1 form. So if you guys really think about it, Gohan actually skipped a transformation, which could have been Beast Gohan 1, and the movie that we saw in Superhero could have been Beast 2, because again, this new form looks like a Super Saiyan 2, so who's to say that there isn't a form below that, Ultimate Super Saiyan 1 Gohan, or Beast 1 Gohan, and again, the one that we saw in Superhero is Beast 2. But here's the thing, what if Gohan needs to get stronger? Like, what would he need to do? Where would he go after this Beast Form 2? Well, considering that this form looks like a Super Saiyan 2, and we can assume the level before this form would look like his Super Saiyan 1 form, maybe his Beast 3 form would look like Super Saiyan 3. That would most likely be the next thing, or next level, that Gohan would go to. I mean, imagine that, a combination of his ultimate form and his Super Saiyan 3 form if he was to get it. Instead of stacking it on his ultimate form, they combined his ultimate form with his Super Saiyan power. So that makes perfect sense. It would be Ultimate Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, or Beast 3. And this form that we saw in Superhero would be Beast 2. I mean, come on, that in itself is just freaking mental. So instead of stacking, they mixed Gohan's power into one. And you know what? That is clever. He surpassed beyond his limits by mixing his Super Saiyan 2 form with his ultimate form, and has the potential of going Super Saiyan 3 and mixing Super Saiyan 3 with his ultimate form. So yeah, there you go. I explained what it is, where it came from, and the potential that Gohan can do and can do. And you know what? This form is in the realms of believability. I mean, it would have been cool if Gohan had his ultimate form and then it was the Super Saiyan forms and then it was the Super Saiyan 2 forms that went on top of his ultimate form, but instead they mixed them into one, both his ultimate form and his Super Saiyan 2 form. And you know what? That was a brilliant idea. Now, all we need is a Super Saiyan 3 and then we'll get Beast 3 Gohan. That would be absolutely mental. So, what do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Do you like these ideas I said in this video? Please let me know in the comments section below and let's get a discussion going. I'm Freaky. Peace out. And please don't forget to check out my other social medias. Please go and check out my alternative video platforms, Rumble, Odyssey, BitChute, Twitch, and please come and hang out on my Discord server. We can play games, have a movie night or a series night, or you can watch me play a few games. And if you guys have any suggestions of any videos you want me to react to, or any video ideas in general, you can tell me on my Discord. I'm also on Twitter, Gab, Getter, and Paula. I'm on Locals, Tumblr, Minds, and if you guys want to support me, please go and check out my Subscribestar. It's like Patreon, but better. All these things are in the description box below, so please go and check them out and subscribe to them. I'm Geek Freak. Peace out.